For Brewer, he's already thrown 27 passes in the game. Early in the third quarter, a play fake for Mims again. Touchdown, Baylor.
Hey, what's happening, guys? What's going on? It is Dibes, Mr. Crockpot on Twitter. On tap for today, I want to talk to you about Eagles draft target Denzel Mims. First things first, if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit subscribe below for all Eagles content with the NFL Draft and the NFL Combine. Make sure you lock it down to thepaintedlines.com. All right, so Denzel Mims has been in C.D. Lamb's Big 12 shadow for far too long. In terms of measurements, Denzel Mims is one of the most intriguing prospects in the NFL Draft. Standing at 6'3", 207 pounds, with elite speed, let's take a look at one of the most underrated prospects in the NFL Draft. How does Denzel Mims fit with the Philadelphia Eagles? Let's take a look. Here are some fun facts about Denzel Mims. Denzel Mims' family is loaded with football talent. Many of his family played football in college, including connections with Baylor and Texas State. Mims' cousin, Kaiaris Garrett, was an undrafted free agent and currently plays for the Carolina Panthers. Denzel Mims was a four-sport star back in high school. He excelled in baseball and track and field. Mims even played quarterback his freshman year before transitioning to wide receiver. Let's take a look at Denzel Mims' college performance. Denzel Mims was a three-star recruit out of Texas. According to Rivals, Denzel was the 62nd best prospect in the state and also received offers from Arkansas State, Kansas State, and Central Arkansas. Mims didn't make much of an impact his freshman season, playing only 3 games and caught 4 passes for 24 yards. Baylor struggled during Matt Rhule's first season as head coach, finishing with just only 1 win on the season, which was tied for dead last in the Big 12. Denzel's big playability and nose for the red zone took center stage during his sophomore season, where he finished with 61 catches for 1,087 yards and 8 touchdowns. His breakout game came during a 49-41 loss to then number 3 Oklahoma. Mims showcased his home run ability, finishing with 11 catches, 192 yards, and 3 touchdowns. Mims' 17.8 yards per reception was good for 7th best in the Big 12. Denzel's numbers took a bit of a dip in 2018. However, the numbers do not indicate just how much of an impact he had on the offense his junior season. Mims played all 12 games, finishing with 55 receptions, 794 yards, and 8 touchdowns. Baylor also had a turnaround season, finishing 7-6 and defeating Vanderbilt 45-38 in the Texas Bowl. Mims had 6 receptions for 95 yards in that win. Matt Rhule got Baylor football and Denzel Mims back on the map in 2019. Baylor finished 11-3 and lost to Georgia in the All-State Sugar Bowl. That success led to a massive contract extension for Matt Rhule and a huge season for Denzel Mims. Mims played all 13 games, finishing with 66 receptions for 1,020 yards and 12 touchdowns. Mims has always been a very good athlete that needed refinement in his technique and route running. Although he only had 1 reception for 13 yards in the game, Mims wowed scouts by abusing defensive backs with his improved route running during drills and his ability to create separation off the line. Mims also showcased his elite hands and ability to catch contested balls during one-on-one drills throughout the week. Similar to the Senior Bowl, Mims was one of the biggest winners of the NFL Combine. Denzel Mims ran a 6.66 3-cone drill, the best time of the night for wide receivers. Denzel Mims tested very well across the board, featuring a 38.5-inch vertical, 16 reps on the bench, and a 40-yard dash in the low 4.3s. Between the Senior Bowl and the NFL Combine, Denzel Mims has been one of the biggest high-risers during the entire draft process. Mims' combination of length, speed, and size make him a really intriguing pick for the Birds. Many scouts now believe that Denzel Mims is a fringe first-round pick that the Philadelphia Eagles could be targeting in a trade-back scenario. Denzel will look to further seal the deal as a first-round pick during his pro day with Baylor on March 25th. It's Denzel Mims' 33 7/8 wingspan that has many of the scouts talking. Mims' wingspan combined with his 38.5-inch vertical shows Mims could be one of the best red zone targets in the draft. His excellent cone time also showed that he has the quickness to even provide some impact in the slot. He also showed everyone at the NFL Combine that his athleticism and versatility at receiver is elite. According to Next Gen Stats, Denzel Mims' 99 wide receiver athleticism score was at the same level as Henry Ruggs III. The fact that Mims showed real improvement in his route running shows this dude is a very hard worker off the field and just beginning to touch his ceiling as a wide receiver. Let's take a look at Denzel Mims' current draft projection. Right now, Mims is projected 30th via the Draft Network. He is not listed in a first round only mock draft by CBS Sports. He is going 30th by Daniel Jeremiah of NFL.com. He is not listed by Todd McShay in a first round only mock, and 66 by Matt Miller via Bleacher Report. What does Denzel Mims bring to the Philadelphia Eagles? The first thing that stands out about Denzel Mims is his elite body control and catch radius. This is a guy with very good ball skills who extends through the catch point and uses his body to make impressive grabs. According to Pro Football Focus, Denzel Mims was one of the best contested catch wide receivers in all of college football last year. Mims' 90.2 receiving grade on contested catches was one of the 15 best in all of college football. It's no secret that the Philadelphia Eagles need speed across the board. The Eagles need home run hitters at the wide receiver position. Having a versatile speedster like Denzel Mims to be mentored under Deshaun Jackson next season would be more than ideal. Denzel Mims brings everything you want out of an Eagles receiver. He can stretch the field, get yards after the catch, and most importantly, bring the big play back to Philadelphia. The offense took a major hit last year without having that dominant speed receiver that can stretch the field. The big play was nearly absent all year for the Eagles, as they rank near the bottom of the league in big play passes over 25 yards and yards per pass attempt. Denzel Mims is elite in yards after the catch due to his elite speed and acceleration. Here are my final thoughts. I wouldn't draft Denzel Mims in the first round. However, if the top targets like Ruggs and Lamb are not available in a trade up or at number 21, Denzel Mims is a top-notch prospect that should be very attractive to the Eagles in a trade down scenario. Denzel Mims provides a real need for the Eagles and will be one of the sexiest names in the NFL draft on day 2. The Eagles need an outside receiver, and this is a strong prospect that checks all the boxes. Mims' ability to quickly improve his route running during the Senior Bowl and NFL Combine shows you that he's only beginning to scratch the surface of his potential. If I'm Howie Roseman, this is a no hesitation pick if he's available for the Eagles in the second round. Over the last month, I have grown more and more comfortable with trading back in the first round. The insane depth at wide receiver that includes Jalen Reagor, Justin Jefferson, Brandon Ayuk, Laviska Shenault, and Denzel Mims in this year's draft class justifies it. This would also give Howie Roseman the ammo he needs to move up in the second and third rounds to get the guy he wants most to fill the holes at cornerback, linebacker, and defensive line. Denzel Mims should be high on everyone's draft board when the NFL draft begins on April 23rd. Thank you guys so much for watching. Again, please hit subscribe below. I am Dibes, Mr. Crockpot on Twitter. For everything NFL Draft and the Philadelphia Eagles, lock it down to thepaintedlines.com. Thanks for watching, guys. Stay awesome.